Hi guys, welcome back to the Otaku Raider channel. This is Senpai. Today we're going to have a little bit of a test ride session for the Honda RS150R. So stay tuned, we will be back in a little bit. Okay, before we started, I want to make a little disclaimer. We are not professional riders, nor are we professional reviewers. But we only review the bike based on our direct experience and feedback that we get from the test ride. So take our opinion with a grain of salt, as it is purely subjective and may differ with opinion, which is good, so that we can have a conversation about bikes in general. Alright, so for this test ride, we are going to talk about several aspects of the bike. Okay, for the first impression, this bike seems to be a little bit tall. My height is 176 cm, and if I were to compare with my Ninja 250R, the RS150R somehow seems a little bit taller, where I was on my tippy toes and can't really flat-foot the bike. So to those who are below 176 cm, you might want to sit on the bike first to see if it's too tall for you or not. Besides that, the seat is shaped with a slanted design. Naturally, this is to make the rider comfortable, as it is for me. However, for our long rides, like the other day we ride from Lumut to KL, your bum can get a little sore, so be sure to take break often. On top of that, the bike has ample pickup. The bike has a good pickup and go, and feels light enough to be really agile and maneuverable. When we want to chilo, also no problem, since the suspension is good enough to filter in and out of lanes. The bike also is fitted with a 6-speed gearbox, so when you're riding on a highways, it shouldn't be any much of a hassle, since the 6-speed gearbox will ensure a smooth ride overall. Alright, moving on to the looks department. In my opinion, the RS150R has a rather cool looks with very interesting designs, especially with this Repsol livery, which invoke the feeling of a MotoGP spirit or something. With a modernistic looks and sharp edges, this bike is really pleasing to the eyes, well as Kapchai goes, for me at least. Okay, if I were to compare the Repsol RS150 to the Yamaha Y15ZR GP edition, I would personally choose the RS because I like the looks better. Not that the Yamaha looks bad, it's just I prefer the Honda looks better. Then again, to me, the RS is only second to the Benelli RFS 150, which to me looks the best. The curve, the design, the color, to me the Benelli looks much better than the two of the bikes. So then again, this is just my opinion, so please, no hate please. Okay, other thing I would like to point out will be the dash panel on the bike, which is, for me, is quite good. You get all the basic info you need: the gear indicator, digital speedometer, fuel gauge, analog tachometer, and etc. To me, it's very somewhat basic, but is good enough for most of us. Okay guys, for the next part, I'm going to talk into more of a technical aspect of the test ride. There will be 5 main aspects. Number 1 being handling, number 2 is performance, number 3 is safety and features, number 4 is price and value, and last but not least, number 5 is service and maintenance. Alright, so let's jump right into it. For the handling department, the RS150R has a quick handling. The fork is well adjusted, where I don't feel any hard vibrations or turbulence on the handlebar. This results in the bike being agile and an easy time when filtering the busy roads of Malaysia. So before you know it, you will be filtering the lanes like a boss. But on the other hand, the rear shock I found a little lacking in terms of stiffness. I feel the rear shock is a bit too soft where I ride in the high speed, let's say 130 km per hour, the bike starts to wobble and bounces all over. So I say the comfortable speed is between 90 to 100 km per hour. Despite that, the bike is totally fine during cornering at normal speed. Alright, moving into performance department. The Honda RS150R has a good torque with an okay top speed of 134 km per hour, which is for me, for a Kapchai, is fast enough. The engine is also smooth and the bike also has good brakes, although the rear brakes has more bite than the front brake for some reason. The bike also has good kmph. We can get around 200 km full tank of 4.5 liter with a cruising speed of 90 to 100 km per hour. Unfortunately, the bike has a somewhat clumsy gearbox. The bike seems to like to go to false neutral whenever I try to downshift, which can be a little bit annoying at times. And also the bike tends to vibrate a lot during high speed. Let's move on to safety and features. The RS150R incorporates key shutter to enhance the bike's security, and the bike is also fitted with LED signals and running light. But one thing that is to me not that good, the bike has rather small storage compartment, which is to be expected for a performance Kapchai. Okay, let's talk about price. Right now, with a 10,000 plus ringgit price tag, currently with GST, according to KL area, to me the bike is a little bit too pricey for a Kapchai. But for a value standpoint, you need to decide based on the looks of the bike in this case. If to you, with the Repsol livery, if 10k worth the looks, then by all means the bike is for you. Okay, as for service and maintenance, the bike uses 1.3 liter of engine oil, so usually first time service will require 2 bottles of engine oil, and you can keep the remaining leftover 700 milliliter of engine oil, and then you can use them in the next service. Therefore, the maintenance cost shouldn't be that expensive as expected for Kapchai. Alright guys, in conclusion, the Honda RS150R is without a doubt a good bike and is a worthy contender amongst the 150cc bikes in the market. However, in my opinion, their kinda steep price tag makes me reluctant to recommend it, as there are a lot of other alternatives out there. Take the Benelli RFS 150i for example, which retails at 8,000 ringgit plus with steel braided brake line, UHD forks, LED lights all over, beautiful interior design, you name it. Or even better, my 2009 Ninja 250R was 12k when I bought it 3 years ago. So to people who are in the market for 150cc Kapchai, we highly suggest that you do your research before going in. However, if you like the bike from the first sight and don't really care about price, then please go for the bike and be a happy camper. Okay guys, that's it for this test ride. I hope you enjoyed the video, or at least I hope the video is informative. Be sure to leave a like and dislike if you think the opposite, and consider subscribing so that you will be notified when the next video comes out. Okay guys, this is Senpai. I'll see you in the next video. Ride safe guys.
Apa ke fuck fuck you lah bang, jadilah nak bising. So macam mana kita nak rolling balik? Kita nak biarkan? Rolling balik lah. Cut.